nice tilt right off the bat between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Throwing Jones. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
Now Jones. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Harris running straight ahead. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. It's not often you see trades within a division, but that's just what happened with Devontae Parker. Spent 7 years in a Dolphins uniform, but was traded to these Patriots back in April. And he makes a catch there against his former mates.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 15. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his right and going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it.
That'll be caught by Eric Ezukama. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert.
Once more the juke. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Tua sliding out of the pocket and going deep for Hill. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Play action. Now it's Tua. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa.
Gesicki hauling in the quick throw. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here's Mostert.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Peterson It's going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. Steps away. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. A big play there for New England. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score.
Damian Harris, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. A break there for this offense as they will get a chance to start at the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On the move to his left.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Striker, 3-3.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On play action, here's Tua.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this complete to Henry over the middle.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And some space here. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Jones now, operating from the gun, escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this 1st half. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
17.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
A legacy player in the NFL, Cedric Wilson, 602 yards last season, nearly beat his father's best season when he played in the league. The Miami Dolphins, they're betting that Wilson can surpass not only his dad, but become a big-time player in their revamped passing game. Nice catch there for a first down.
Drill, 52. Yellow.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the third quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So another incompletion.
Complete passes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Tua.
They'll get this underneath to Edmonds.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to pass. Tua. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Here's Tua. Dancing to his left. This one finds Wilson downfield. And down to the 20 he'll go.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a second and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He is going to find Hill here.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
43 rail.
Twist. Watch the twist. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
This ball back for the offense. Let's go. Watch
Check smash.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, Grant. Ready, go.
Tua going to throw. Rolling to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going like the 48 right now. Let's go.
They'll run with Mostert.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Running for it, here's Peterson. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He's normally a sure thing down here, but Peterson denied near the goal line. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's another carry for Harris. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Oh, now a running play here with Smith. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there.
Ready, break. 52 blaster.
Check 43.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. He'll buy some time right.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
So still 14 yards to go, second down.
Blaster, 6.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa.
A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Sanders' kick is good.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They'll get this up to about the 44.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And nothing much materializing. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Jones. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fulton connects on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Jake Bailey to kick off for the Patriots.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Tua steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
This was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Patriots, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.